Hello, thanks for being in a brand new video. This time I have with me the Motorola Moto G54 5G, and I'm going to tell you what I liked most and least about it in case you're considering buying it. So as always, let me tell you, you don't buy the Moto G54 5G without watching this video. As usual, this will be a brief summary of the positives and negatives of this device, always considering its launch price. In Mexico, this launch price was 4,999 pesos. It is available the full review where you can know point by point and in a very deep way all the features and know what it has and does not have this device. So I invite you to go check it out in case you are very interested in it. Let's start with what I liked the most. Wireless headphones are included in the box, although this may vary depending on the distributors and may even vary depending on the regions. But at least in Mexico this is the case, and the truth is that the experience is extremely good. Consider that there are manufacturers that no longer include chargers such as Samsung, and most other manufacturers do not include wired headphones either. So it is excellent news that Motorola even includes wireless headphones. There is also a 256GB version that is slightly higher in price. If you are very interested in it, I would recommend getting the 256 version because you will have plenty of storage and it still doesn't seem to be an overpriced device. Its design is very nice with a synthetic leather back cover, although to the touch it doesn't feel as advanced or as premium as what we could find, for example, in the Motorola Edge 40 Neo, but it is definitely appreciated that in the lower mid-range we start to see these kind of details in the design for a much more advanced experience. The use of the front is also very good. That is to say, the bezels are not too large and the circular cutout of the camera is also not very cumbersome, unlike other devices that in this price range could still get to include a notch drop. The screen is protected with Panda glass. This protection is not so famous, but it is appreciated that it comes with something and not just any glass. It has Dolby Atmos compatible stereo sound and includes a 10-band equalizer. This kind of detail is very much appreciated because there are other devices in the range and even much more expensive devices that do not have stereo sound, let alone let you access an equalizer. So if you are one of those people who really like to modify how your device sounds and want to enjoy a good sound experience, this one will definitely give you an excellent experience. It also has good Bluetooth audio codecs for high-resolution audio. Although it does include headphone jack, obviously there may be people who prefer to use Bluetooth headphones but want to enjoy higher resolution audio. So that's why it's convenient to have support for these codecs. So if you buy advanced headphones with codecs like aptX or LHDC, they are going to be able to take advantage of all that quality if you connect them to this cell phone. The main camera has optical stabilization. You know, this can help for night photography, backlit photography, or even video recording. And it's a feature that's not usually present on devices of this price point. In addition, the photo capture is very fast. If you are one of those people who like to capture the exact moment, it will also leave you with a good feeling. And speaking of photography, it also allows you to take raw photos. If you don't know what this means, you're probably not that experienced a photographer, but this would allow you a more advanced post-development to better control the light and colors. Something that already sounds professional, and to see it on such an inexpensive device is really cool. In fact, the pictures are very good, with no chromatic aberration that is so visible. Good pictures at night, and it can even record at 60 frames per second. It even records good quality videos at night. And for a device at this price point, I insist that the camera performs very solidly. It also includes a dual recording mode, so you show the rear camera and the front camera at the same time. This again is a very uncommon feature to see on devices at this price point. You'll usually find it on much more expensive devices. You are guaranteed an Android update and 3 years of security patches, which isn't much, but let's face it, in this price range almost no manufacturer offers you a guaranteed update. And in this one, though only for Chromecast. If you want to project to a different TV, it's not going to be possible. The 7020 Dimensity MediaTek processor is perfectly well optimized. Applications run very fast and it even performs very well in games as well. This is worth noting because usually on MediaTek processors, the gaming experience can become a little less than we would like. But on this device, considering the price, the experience was extremely good. But not everything I liked, let me tell you what I didn't. It supposedly takes 16 megapixel selfies, but that doesn't show. They look like 4 megapixel selfies, although indeed in auto mode the selfies are 4 megapixels because it does pixel merging. But even though you manually put the setting that you want 16 megapixel photos, in reality the photos don't appear to have that level of detail. The 50 megapixel rear camera doesn't look 50 megapixel either. Even though you enter the special mode to try to take advantage of all that resolution, you don't notice that level of detail when you try to digitally zoom in so you can zoom in. Backlit, the video recording is quite poor, although this is something we could say is expected in this price range, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. The battery performs below average. Generally, in devices of this same battery capacity, we would find about 40 minutes more within the test that I do. So, it's definitely a considerable difference, and the charging is not that fast. It charges from 0 to 100 in just under 2 hours. That in the price range is something we can accept, although also in this same price range you are likely to find devices that charge much faster. But if you already bought it, let me know your experience in the comments. Tell me absolutely everything about it, if you agree or disagree with what I said. Because remember that surely if there are people who are interested in buying this device, they are going to read your experience as well. For the moment, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can tell us about it, and we'll see you next time.